The future is becoming more uncertain, and one of the biggest concerns I have is for the next generation. With the rise of smartphones and the internet, it feels like every teenager is now constantly online. But what are they really doing? And more importantly, how is this affecting their minds? Let's talk about dopamine. Every time we engage in something we find pleasurable, our brain releases dopamine, a neurotransmitter that makes us feel good. The problem is that today's internet is designed to keep triggering the dopamine release. Teens now spend an average of 8 to 9 hours a day on their phones, and this constant need for stimulation is changing their brains. Think about it. Most teenagers today can't even maintain focus for longer than 60 seconds. If they don't get dopamine hit within a minute, they get bored, and that's normal nowadays. Their attention spans are shrinking because they're consuming content that doesn't challenge their minds. And this brings us to the bigger issue. The content they're watching is not helping them grow. Instead of seeking out educational videos, tech talks, or anything that expands their knowledge, many young people graduate towards content that gives them quick pleasure with no effort. We're talking about video games, trolling videos, and live streams. Entertainment that fills time but doesn't contribute to learning or personal growth. The internet is an incredible resource we have. There is so much information and opportunity out there for young minds to explore, but instead of utilizing it to build skills, learn new things, or grow intellectually, they're wasting this power on content that stunts their development. One of the biggest distractions today? Social media. Teens spend most of their online hours on platforms like Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. Now, don't get me wrong, socializing is important. It's how you build relationships and communication skills and contributes to the future. But here's the danger: over socializing, especially with the wrong crowd, can be extremely harmful to the young mind. There's a saying, you are the average of 5 people you spend the most time with. And this applies not just to real life friendships, but to online ones too. The more time you spend talking to certain people, the more you start to adopt their behavior. You start using their slang, their emojis, and even their way of thinking. It happens unconsciously, and it almost happens to everyone. What happens when those people aren't aiming for success? What happens when they spend their day playing video games for 15 hours straight? Or scrolling endlessly through TikTok without any purpose? You start to become like them. And that's the danger we face with future generations. Many young people want to improve their lives. They want to grow, but they're stuck in a cycle, caught up with friends who aren't motivated, who aren't working toward anything meaningful. If large number of young people continue to act like their peers online, we could face a future where a significant proportion of the population is unmotivated, uneducated, and unprepared for the future challenges ahead. Many young people want to improve their lives. They want to grow, but they're stuck in a cycle, caught up with the friends who are unmotivated, who aren't working towards anything meaningful. If large numbers of young people continue to act like their peers online, we could face a future where a significant proportion of the population is unmotivated, uneducated, and unprepared for the challenges ahead. But it doesn't have to be this way. The internet is a great tool, and how we use it determines our future. If we guide the next generation to make better choices, to spend their time wisely, they can unlock limitless potential. They can use the power of the internet to educate themselves, to grow, and to change the world. And make friends as well. The future is in our hands. Let's make sure we guide it in the right direction. Thank you. See you next time.